them up through here. I'm sorry, ball might be a bit dead. Hopefully not. I got a whole case in my car, but I can't get it out. Sorry. I haven't hit a ball yet, so I'm warming up. See, you're hitting the ball hard. That ball's heavy. There's hard and then there's heavy. There's fast and then there's heavy. You're hitting heavy now. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, I think so.
The ball moves. It has a heavy bounce. It comes in to be much harder than it used to. So I said, you're playing pretty good. So I'm going to feed you. Equipment malfunction. Right there. I just want to stop you right there. What you did. You never got that ball. I looked up and you're already doing this stuff. I walked over here, you hit with your dad. You hit the boom and you're like, totally different. I get it. I know why. I see that so often. You got to be more disciplined. Good shot. You got sliced in. You're there. Good shot. Sorry. Look at that. And you're going. Nice. See, like that, right there. That's freaking phenomenal, what you just did. Outside cut like that on the ball over there. Wow. Yeah, you're hitting the ball. You're really hitting the ball well. I hope you realize it. You do, don't you? I mean, it's moving. You know, you got a dad, you got to listen to this. I caught that. So last week, remember we were hearing there was a guy coaching the people over there? Yeah. He's kind of a strange cat. And the father I know, that's why he's coaching me. That guy used to coach his father up there, Indian fellow.
I know the family.
Yeah, okay. So he said to me, the coach said, he says, did you see that kid next door? Referring to you. He said, Jesus Christ, he's on the tour. That's referring to you. And this guy's on the tour. He said, he said, man, he had movement and ball. He was praising me up and down. It was so funny because he's going, I try to get the kids to do that. They don't hit the ball through that well at all. Not even close. So you got to take advantage of this because it's coming for you really fast. Everybody, even myself, went through this. It happened to me after my freshman year in college. I went from here, boom, down. And I didn't really recognize it, but I started winning a lot, obviously. You know, so you kind of, when you get to that point where you get to elevation, don't sit on it. Keep finding what you can do with it. Because the elevation in your play is going to provide for you new opportunities in your tactics. And that's something you got to realize, is that you can intimidate through your tactics. We do this, it's going to happen. Here you go. Ooh. Oh, sorry. That's the shot that just freaks me out when you hit that slice inside. It's just unbelievably hard. Now, see, you didn't need to do it there. That complimented shot. See, now you have to. It's too low. It's all right. Again, that ball bounced fast. I bet that's a good ball. Nice. Stay low with that ball. Again, the thing you're doing very well is getting behind the ball and using your lower legs like that to hit the ball. See that? Yes. And that's what's saving you, because now you're getting two tops in on all balls. Nice edge. Uh-oh. What's the difference between those two back here? First one, second one. See it?
Oh.
I'm open. So once you're hit open on the slide, soon it'll be an outside card or an inside card. Right? So stay sideways, exactly. Try to give it. Yeah, that's a tough shot. It'll be fun. Okay. Just keep getting your best shot now. Ready? Stay with it. Finish that to help it. Oh, that's too low. Just a couple more of those. Didn't get below it. That's good. That's very good. You have the advantage inside of getting below the ball though.
Oh.
You want to take advantage of that because that's going to allow you to hit the topspin better. Wow. A little bit chopped, huh?
Yeah.
Slash. Guide it better. Guide it. Guide it through, yes. Whoa! Oh, it's on me. Very good. Okay, what happened? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I call it blowing up,
Yeah.
literally, because you go up and you hit the ball. Now, same shot. That's right. So you could sit there and say, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. But basically, once you understand the failure or the motion, the cause of failure is coming up, you just try to stay down. The rest takes place. You hit the ball a little lower, you hit it sooner, it all falls in place for you. Nice. Okay, what happened? Exactly.
Yeah.
You're seeing it, so now you say, I have to stay through it. We want to continue our thoughts to be thoughts of correction and not thoughts of pointing out failure. You understand the difference? In other words, you sit there and you make a mistake, go, I got to do this. Right. You don't go, I made this happen wrong. I got to stay down. Oh, I didn't get there in time. No, I got, basically it doesn't do a lot of good to restate into yourself why you failed. Much better for the mind to keep focusing on how to do it right. Oh, that's bad bounce. There you go, good. Perfect form of it. Stayed low, stayed on. Yeah, those are just solid. The better I hit the ball, the better you hit it too. Nice. Puts a little pressure on me.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, bad bounce. There you go. Stay on it. Just tough it. Get back, right side. Come on, come on. Okay, now you did. What happened? Opened up through. Yep. So you say to yourself, stay sideways. You don't say, gee, I did this wrong. You go, I gotta stay sideways. Oh yeah, big. Huge back. Get a little more up here. That's all. We'll try to follow through. More of a look of delivery. Oh, too low. That was better though. Again. Deliver. That's it, right. Now the regular one. No. You could have hit a regular strike. Boom. You got it. Now see, that was a nice play. You could have sliced that as well too, right?
Yeah.
But you got below it so you could do that shot. Hold it back a bit. Uh-oh, my air. I'll pull off. Okay, stay on the ball. Get all 12 inches of that ball. Boom, through it. There you go. All 12 inches. Again, through the ball. There you go. Yes, that's it. Power. Okay, so we're getting great power because we have great balance, we have great stability, we're using a lot of weight leverage. And that's just coming from a ball that's being fed. I try to hit it hard. I think I'm hitting the ball about the pace of those you play against.
So when he
So the thing is, keep working for yourself and saying, okay, how do I tactically use this? I don't really worry about that. My tactics, though, as you found out, just by playing hard. And certainly hit the ball. Why should hit the ball down the line? He has a weak forehand. No, that's all bullshit. That's all bullshit. You don't even need to go there. I know it seems like the right thing to do, but it's not. That's why when you watch, I know you didn't watch any Australian Open, but if you watch the Australian, it's interesting because they have the coaches sitting right in the corner on the court nearly, instead of up there. And the players would go over and talk to them like this. So, I guess I'll give you a little insight. I had a hearing problem as a child, so I can read lips. I had to. There wasn't a lack of hearing. I scrambled words. And almost every single person that was coaching, you know what they would say? Get going, come on, get going. It was all encouragement of energy. It wasn't direction of play. I didn't hear one thing when Alvarez was playing against Shibata. Coach, you can do it. That was it. Because giving him the thoughts to think about, like, hit to his forehand, you don't do that. So you as a player have to have that in your head. That means something. Come on, let's go. Get ready for serving. Okay, serving. First serving, let's go. Boom. And that's it. Right? You're getting better at that. Stand that for a little bit, please. That's what I do. 4 pages, the whole story, cheering along. Nothing else being said. That's good. Doing nice forward action. Boom, nice edges. I think your foot, that's better. You're a little more hard like that, yeah. But I really like how you're keeping your hands like that. I'm going to give you a greater task today. We'll see it in a minute. Okay. Here comes the task. Ready?
That's what the number 3 guy did. I was like, I hit the this thing, and I was running up, and I did like this, like so much speed, and he just dropped right there.
Right. So, what is the solution to handling a low ball? Do you get the racket down to hit it? You got to get low.
I just didn't see the spin on it.
I know. So I'm sideways here. So I'm playing this. Ball comes low. The flight is coming, and you'll see the stroking to learn that stuff. You know it's going to do this. So you begin to descend down to hit the ball. You don't beat down the ball because now the racket is below your control flow. You want your racket to be in control. It's got to be here behind your forearms. So what happened is you went down with your racket. You got to drop down. I remember watching Edberg, he was a great low baller. He would be playing with that. And he would scrape his knees on the court from getting so low. You get low. Don't dive down to it. Okay, get low, hit it. I'm going to show you a little trick here. It's going to be hard. Sit on your butt. Right now, down. The most similar action to this, in my opinion, happens when you take the ball on the rise. You know, you don't sit there and go, hit low. You actually drop down, right?
Yeah.
To take the ball on the rise. So you go with the flight of the ball to a lower ball. So when they have top spin, like that, try it again, here we go. Like that, you can make the adjustments to it. What did I make? Here we go. Like that, see it? You got to go below the ball with your body as the ball descends. You can't bend over and you can't suddenly reach down. That's enough. That's enough. That's very nice. Volley's really gotten better too. Yeah, that was better. So if the racket hits the ground, that's not a good sign. Because it means you went down to hit it instead of getting down and lifting it up. I mean, it's going to happen occasionally, but you try to avoid that. Well done. That's good edge. Either softer like that, you just come forward. Now they go lower. See, you bent over to hit. You didn't get down to hit. You understand the difference?
I think so. Like,
your knees got to get low.
Yeah.
That's better. That's better, see? So if your body goes like this, you can't see the ball as well. You're hoping to keep that head vertical as you go low and not bend over. It's not easy. It's quite hard. That's much better though. That was really hard to do. Okay, adjustments need to be made. Got one.
So it's like you feel like it's kind of like this instead of like that.
Exactly. But it's difficult because, like you said, if this guy's hitting tremendous topspin, the initial flight of the ball is much higher. So you're tracing the ball up here, and suddenly it's down here. So the tendency is to get low. So to me, that's just a matter of experience.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting more comfortable seeing topspin and knowing what it's going to do. I've got to get it out and place them better. The process of opening up 24 cans of gloves is nauseating. There you go. Nice. See that? See, so now your eye level, ball level, similar, but your head straight up and down. Good. Ready? Here we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you a little, oh, you did it, good for you. I'm going to show you a trick about practicing. Go back to the tee, about 10 feet back, right there, and practice following from there. Yeah, that's a really great stretch out through the ball once you throw that one. That's good. So you see that if a half volley is not a half ground, it's half volley. So if ball's coming in low, you drop down, now you can pick it up as half volley. If you wait and follow it down, you'll have a heck of a hard time picking it up. Great half volleyers always look to volley first. Right? Get out in front. See that? So you got to be there as if you're going to volley it, and then it becomes a half volley. That's much better. See, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Half volleys are difficult, but after a while, you know, you can get really, really good at it. Like Rafter and all those guys were really good. Edward was the best. Good. Yeah, see, on the forehand side, it's easier, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the arms behind you will catch the ball a little bit later. Backhand's tough. Nice. That's much better job, much better job. You're not bending over now. You had it. So what I'm looking at is I'm seeing your head staying vertical instead of moving to the side to get lower to the ball. Beautiful. That's nice touch. There you go. See it? Yeah. So that tee practice, as we call it, is really, really good. Ellen Fox, a great coach for Pepperdine, great player in his day.
But can I like run and go down at the same time?
Yeah, because you split step, right? When you're coming in, ball hits, you split and go. That's what allows you to get low. Exactly. So if you didn't split step, yes, it would be very, very difficult to get that. But the split step gives you 4 movements, actually 5. Boom, 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 boom. 6. Up and down. Nice, so that was good. Well done. Okay, well done again. Yeah. Now you'll notice. Watch. Keep it. Yeah. See how you hit different descendings, right? So I started with a high ball, went low, came a little more difficult. Again, medium spin, a little higher ball. Okay. Now at the feet. There. See? Next, everything stays this way, not this way. Right? That's both. The other corner. And away we go. Same thing. Same action. Uh-oh. Lost that one. at a half volley as a transitional shot, not a winning shot. It's sort of like the approach shot happening up there. So I come in here, I try to pick it up. And I got pretty good at doing one thing I thought was really with half volley, hitting them deep down the middle. And the reason I did that is that because you're usually in this space right here when you do it. And hit them in the corner. Think about where you are right now. The ball's very short flight, right? Now I'm going to get about here, and now I got to cover both sides. And that's why so many of the players now, realizing that if they go up the middle, they'll get past these. They'll actually hit those as drop shots. Because you're so vulnerable after you hit it, no matter what you do. You can try that a few times to see you pull it off. Takes great hands against a top spin ball. So we'll try it. Here we go. First, regular drop shot. Okay, it's a regular ball. Okay, got a really soft touch. It's a hard shot. I'm always impressed even when the pros do it because, again, they're so good about having that feel and touch. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be such that it makes them come forward. Ready? In, low, like that. Oh, I thought you were. Here we go. Nice spin. Nice spin. Stay low. That's the touch. See, so that's a good option. Remember that. It used to be not so much the case because players do from their end. It's more what the feedback you get from something. And I use that example a lot where again, one of the greatest engineers of rackets all the time, a guy named Warren Bosworth. I told you the story about him. He was a scientist. He was an asshole. He was a scientist. And to give you how key he was, the string, Vitas Gerulaitis was playing in the final, and he didn't have his rackets. He didn't want to string it. He called Warren, who was in Florida. He was, I think, in Amsterdam, like that, and said, I need rackets. I can't get him over there. He goes, do me a favor. I got to get on the plane, go up to New York, and take the Concorde across, and you'll get here. He says, yeah, but I'm still going to just get there about a half hour before you play. I don't have time to string rackets like that. He says, trust me. He gets to New York, gets on the Concorde, back to the Concorde, has a string machine. That's how valuable it was because and when he did his lecture, I saw he only did 2 lectures. One of them was in San Francisco, right after the U.S. Open. And this kid, poor kid, he says, well, I feel it. He goes, wait, because he already said, don't trust feel. It's not, you don't understand feel. And the guy goes, well, he goes, listen, do me a favor. Go over there, touch that curtain. Touch the wall. Touch the doorknob. Which one's colder? Doorknob. No, it's not. They're all the same temperature. They actually, as you know why, electrons pass through things faster and make them feel colder, or slower and make them fall. That's the whole point.
We're going to the grumpy neighbor.
You can't trust feel. You have to learn how to scientifically adjust it. Now, I'm telling you the story because net play is feel. And I think I did tell you to watch Marchova. She's one of the best volleyers in the world with great feel. Okay, out in front better. You could have volleyed. That's it. Touch. Nice. That's better. That's it. Like that. Okay, you got it. Okay, now here's what I want you to do. You're going to hit that shot. Come in to volley the second shot. Ready? All right, I'm going to get up there, and then it's very good, very good, very good. Don't get too close on that second shot. Come up. That's good. No, that's it. If you get too close because you're already come in, they're going to lob you. You're going to see a lob every time. That's nice. Come up a bit. That's very well done. So you can see what you're doing with your volley. And this is what makes a great volleyer. You're controlling the ball and creating the angles that are accessible to you at net as compared to powering through. I really am impressed by how well Alcaraz volleys compared to 2 years ago. His volley is big. It's all finesse. But you watch him play. He plays with rackets and all that stuff. He just, in fact, I'm so impressed. They'll hit him a ball because he likes to start with 4, and he'll go boom, 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 and knock to the back people, the ball pit people, the back foot. Perfectly though. He never misses them. That's a good pickup. And you got to get a bit lower. Almost got it. Now see that pickup? So what have you learned about the half volley?
I don't do it on purpose.
Yeah. So basically, you're trying to volley, and then you catch it as a half volley. So it's not a half ground stroke; it's a half volley. That's the key. We haven't worked on that, so I wanted to get a little chance with it. Okay. Now, last week I started working on another shot. We did the overhead backhand. There's another shot. What was that shot? Dang it, I wrote it down. I left it home. We worked on a shot last week. Oh, the slice off overhead.
Oh yeah.
I want to get back to that a little bit more. But first today, get up like you're going to be ready to volley, and I'm going to give you a ground stroke or two, then the lob.
I mean, I didn't hit any overheads at practice at trial.
Well, that's why we have to work on them. They're rare.
Yeah.
So the volley here, the volley there. Very deep ball. That's it. Just cut it off. Right. No. See, that's the wrong foot, and you bend over. Okay. Descend off the left. That's right. Very deep. That's the one. You got to reach up and just cut off. Don't swing in it. Just FYI. If I go back, both with you. If I swing, I actually lose about 2 inches of reach. If I just extend, see?
But how?
You just go up like this.
No, but how does swinging make you lose height?
That's a good question. I never could figure out exactly the science behind it, but it's anatomical.
What?
It's how the body works. Watch this. From here, I'm going to swing up on my toes. See where I am? Right? Now I'm going to reach. Because the swinging motion is more of a combination of up and forward. So by virtue of that, you lose about 2 inches. That's why years before you were even born or even thought of being born, Jimmy Connors had what was called the sky hook. So he'd like come in and people lob him, he'd go like this. He wouldn't get it down the back. He was very, very effective with it. Uh-oh, it's way back. There it is, yeah, that's it. It doesn't have to be great. You know, especially the guys over here. Okay, come in afterwards. Stop ball. Try again. Okay, get down to that ball. Down to that ball. Coming up. Come on. Back there. Reach back. Oh, you didn't get the cut.
Yeah.
You gotta get that little soft slide. 2 more practice. Low ball. Nope. What'd you do wrong? You use your left foot. So you're like this instead of crossing over. The left leg is there for bending down, getting below, not stepping to. That's right. Coming up here.
What?
Well, that was too high. This is really hard for me because I did it just perfect. Because actually you have a really good retreat for overhead, so this is just putting the icing on the cake. Nice lift. Nice. There it is. Now, see, you'll learn how to get it over better. But you realize what's happened is that the guys on this side of the court over here, or even in the middle, and he's hit a really good lob, and you're not able to measure it, hit well. You're out of position now because it's so deep. So you play that ball. They, in turn, even if they get to it, have to come this way, right? Where do you go? No, in. Because you went way back. By doing this, it gives you plenty of time to recover to the net. Now the guy's got to pass you. You know, I saw that happen 4 times when I was watching Australian Open. And these guys are trained to do this now. They figure it out. That's the only way to handle it. And actually, twice Djokovic did it. So he's an experienced player. Low. Again, low. Nice. Way back. Oh, that's easy. You know, that way you can hit. You don't want to do the cutoff on that. You had leverage, you could have tattooed it.
Wait, what's the fastest way to grip jump? I feel like.
What's that?
What's the fastest way to get to a slice grip?
What? Don't look. Don't look down.
What?
I just did it.
Wait, what?
You spin the racket.
This way? No, because isn't that like one way longer than the other?
No. Same side right here. So here I am. This is my forehand grip, as it turns out. You know, and then I just go like that. Right? You don't have to spin the racket. Where's your forehand? Just pretend to hit a forehand. Okay, ball. Okay, there. Okay, and there you are. That's continental grip. Yeah, just go like that. Just a little bit. You just gotta feel your hand move. You'll learn how to do that kind of stuff. Like I can actually spin the racket and end up with a continental grip every time. I couldn't do that years ago. And now people go, oh, he did it, and they figured it out. So you get this, that's like you said about being Alcaraz, how playful he is with his racket and his feet and everything like that. And that's just, again, gaining a sensitivity to the racket in his hand. One of the great coaches I heard from a coach, Terry Hopman, said, I want you to get so control of your racket that you could use it to eat a meal. That was pretty good. There it is. That's perfect. Yeah. So you got that down. And again, this is I'm working today and probably in the future with all these exceptional things that will happen when you play. This is one of them. Okay. Now let's go back to the baseline. Write all this stuff down. I have a whole journal on you. It's about 35 pages long.
Yes.
So you're playing just regular ground strokes. Boom. Stay on the ball. Now, when you get a short ball to your backhand side, you have several choices.
Yeah.
One of them is, of course, what? The slide you just hit. Approach shot.
That's not fair.
Now you can mix it up like that. One thing that you'll find is that your top spin ball is going to be telegraphed. That's okay. Hopefully you hit it well enough it doesn't really matter. See, now that's what happened there was, again, you went through the ball too hard with your body. You got to go that, remember that movement? Exactly. You try to it, the weight transfer goes through faster, hits the ball harder. Come up on it. And see that one there, I probably would have dropped. Because it was so low, it's going to be hard for you to get some good depth on it. I would go for that drop shot. Nice. Now that is, on the forehand side, completely different options. You can hit the slice occasionally, but I think for you, because you're fast, you should punish it with a topspin forehand. And the reason I say that is that I want the person to feel that if they hit a short ball to your forehand, they lose the point. Not they're ready for a passing shot or off. They lose the point. And that you'll see actually, if you watch the coach, you'll see that pretty common with all of them. The same type of play they have. Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you stopped because you missed that ball. All right. Understandable. What happened?
I was like mid-drip change.
So basically you got to set up like that and you got to jump at the hip. So you're kind of off balance there. That is not uncommon. Because when you're trying to finish a point with a extreme hit, you can get a little ahead of yourself or behind. There you go. Good. And by the way, people make this mistake all the time. They go, oh, I'm going to hit a forehand crossfield win. I should hit it right over here. That's wrong. Why is that wrong?
Why?
I'm asking you.
I'm not thinking.
Why should I go for a small target when I can win the point with a big target?
Yeah.
If you hit a ball well, they're not going to get it. They're over there.
Well, I'm not thinking where to hit it. It's just like,
oh, good. Well, that's good.
I hit it.
Hit it well. Sorry, that hit. Nice pickup though. Yeah, that's good. That's big. See that? And that's where you play that. You play to the beef of the court. It's like 55. The reason I'm working on this is that, again, I look at your game, and one of the things I see is that your ground strokes are getting bigger and bigger.
Okay.
and they're getting faster and stronger. Your opponents are going to start hitting short balls. Just because they can't do anything else. So you have to be more strategically effective with short balls. Short ball, don't see a short ball as anything but an opportunity to do something against that. Okay. That's better. That's a short one. Get in there. Oh, you did good. You did good. You got down. You didn't bend over. That's a big breakthrough. Thank you. Okay, soft is good. Down. Okay, now on the backhand approach, I must say, remember we talked about doing the jump kick? Yeah, you need to do that. Sound like the forward. Huh?
That one was low.
Yeah, it was, but I think you were a little slow getting to it. But get in there, yeah. Yes, exactly. Because that guarantees that you're going to commit to the hit. There's no measuring the energy on that shot. Okay, I'll give it to you again. Ready? Here we go. There, we learned that one, didn't we? Remember when we first started working on those?
Yeah.
See the difference now? It's a weapon. And it's an intimidating weapon. Huh?
It's easier on the forehead.
Yeah.
Like this one, I kind of.
Well, that's what I was saying. I kept trying to send you that link of the Brett. He's got health issues. That's why he's not on anymore. But you know, he was the first to really talk about kick, jump, backhand, and it was interesting. The only player that I thought really mastered it initially was Nishikori, whatever his name was, from Japan. Nishikori. He had that down pat. It was intimidating. That's so sick. You know, you work on these things, and then all of a sudden, one day, it's like all of a sudden, it's just you own it. You know, it's funny because they were one of that group, that one boy who had a beautiful groundstroke backhand. It wasn't the son of one; he was a guest. He couldn't do this shot if he had to. He never learned it. So what's going to happen, he's going to have a fantastic backhand, yield a weak hit, and he has no focus. That's the problem with modern tennis. They hit the ball so hard that they get a lot of balls that are opportunistic, and they can't do any more. You've got to have the weapon up close. It's different than it used to be. There you go. Nice work. Okay, sorry. Again, we'll do this. You hurt the fence. Okay, one more time. You obviously got this down pat. I just like watching it. This didn't quite set up. It's all about the footwork, isn't it? A madman. Because that's what you see go as you get older, your elasticity. Yeah. We had a fellow who lived about 3 houses down. He died, it was 98, but he would be in the back of his patio. We could see him going through these Tai Chi things. Ridiculous. And that's why he was so healthy. There, very nice. That's better. Now, I'll let you get around to that. Why was that serve better? Toss, yeah. You get that toss right on the button. In the beginning, you have a tendency to throw the ball up. And like you can see that with your left hand, because if you do it correct, the left hand should be, and it wasn't that time, nice toss, the left hand should be here. It's done. Not here. Doesn't fling back. You watch any good player, the left hand tucks to the tummy. Just naturally does, because you keep your hand up. Keep your hand up after you toss. Lift it. Yeah, see? That's the natural way you're going to follow through. There are no exceptions on the, actually there's one lady. There's pretty much no exceptions. That's good. Keep your head up. It looks good. The motion's good. Turn back. That's very good. So these are really, I love the simplicity of them. the step up, and then the rotation through. So it's really gotten a lot better. I think you'll go a whole match, maybe have 1 or 2 double faults now, if that.
Okay.
Flung it, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't placed, it was flung. Easy. So what happens, you're going into your full serve. And all of a sudden, instead of displacement, it's more fling.
Yeah.
You got to get softer with it. Slow it down, get a feel of putting it there. We don't replace the ball, we don't toss the ball. That's much softer. There you go, much better. Because the 2 things that happen when you go to your full serve, besides the toss gun, is you start to lose your balance because of that. And so your first strike on the ball is going to be compromised. Smooth and easy. Easy through, and then right back into a ready position. Back. Okay, good. Flung. Okay, so let's talk about that part right there, because you're really close to getting what I think is going to be your serve. When you get to full serve, when I say fling, this is too fast, that part. You're throwing it up quickly like this, instead of, maybe relaxing a little bit more, and then getting a tempo like this, instead of doing it really quick. Okay, get it? Relax. Relax your hands. That was better. So that was, again, Pete Sampras' greatest serve ever. His serve was like this. You go, and then you go. It was just easy flow. And he was flawless under comp. It was Andre Agassi said you could be love 40 against him on his serve, he still had an advantage. Easy, easy. Now that was fun again, right?
Yeah.
Slow down. Easy. That's better. There you go. I like that one. It's a little bit. I like it. Easy flow. Easy. That's nice. There you go. Okay, now you're starting to again to lose that simplicity of the half serve that you had.
Yeah.
You're jumping around, you're losing balance. Well, let's see if we can find our balance just like we did the half serve. Okay, you're ready. This time, do me a favor. I want to figure something out. Do the serve, go through the motion, and get here and stop. And see where the ball ends up landing. Go right back in your hand. Do it again. Nice and soft. Comes right back. You don't have to move your hand to catch it. Come right back in your hand. Okay. Now, that was an interesting observation. Okay. Get ready like that. What were you when you caught the ball? How did you look when you caught the ball? Like this, right?
Yeah.
Tell me if the ball would have landed here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to have the ball in here.
Oh yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So as I'm saying, you're good when you're stable, but you throw back too far. Easy, easy flow. That was out in front. Good. Maybe a little too much, but that was better. Okay, easy flow. Don't rush it. Easy, easy. That was a little bit too far back again. So I want you to go through that catch again. Go through toss and catch. Down together, up together, toss and catch. Okay, look at it. Where would it land? No, let's let it land this time. That's good. That's it. That's out in front. See it? Feel it?
Yeah.
So you're at this point at that. You're not here. You're here, and that is what's in combination with getting this back here creates those dynamics of hitting up and then having a downward angle.
Yeah.
Okay. So one more time, catch and be soft, easy, out in front. Better. That's where you want to be. Okay. And that's how you can measure. Now go ahead and do it with a hip. Don't rush yourself. Be easy. That's much better. There you go. Okay. Again.
Oh yeah, this one of the shots were like, it's like one of my hardest ones because I was playing doubles because you don't have enough courts.
Yeah.
And my partner, he loves volley, so he's like, yo, hit it right there, like the very wide.
Yeah.
So then the other guy has to smack it right at him. And I can get it right there, except I have to curve it over him, otherwise I'll just dome him in the head, which I did my first game. And then
That's okay.
so then it's like there, but it's weak. So then it's just
Yeah, no. That is an issue with. That's why you watch pros do it.
Yeah.
The guy will stand in the middle and squat down really low for that.
Yeah.
You can't have that guy here and ask him to hit that wide side. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's mathematically impossible. Now you couldn't go like this.
Yeah.
Which is what you've seen a lot more players do that on the tour. They
Yeah.
drop down really low so that it's clear. Otherwise, it's really impossible. So you could say, yeah, if you want me to do that, you got to squat.
Yeah.
Come up after the ball, clears your head.
And Anthony's right after this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's asking where we are at, so you'll be here.
Okay.
Cause I literally hit him in the head in my first serve here. I was like, oh my bad. Man. But yeah, so I ended up like I arched it over him, but it was so soft because I had to get it over
Yeah,
him.
no, see that, and that's he's got, you know, and watch the tour players. They do I formation and they're squatting down really low so they can be clear. So easy. Oh, better, okay, but you're still not balanced at the end of that. That's what I want to see. And you were perfectly balanced on the half serve. It's too high a toss.
Oh.
Okay, do the half serve. Okay, that was a little too much out in front. Again, a flung ball, not a placed ball. Right? That's better. That's better. Now see your balance there? Okay, let's do two more. See, pretend, hit the half serve, and then pretend you're going to hit a ground serve. Okay, that's better. Okay, now let's do the full serve now and have that same type of balance. A little too high, so it kind of flew back. If that ball were to land, like you were standing, it would have landed here. That's why you're off balance. Got to land out here in front of you. And then, okay, yeah, you left the ball. That was a little too much to the right. Kicked it out in front, ready. Yeah, that would be a great second serve right there. And the guy's got to get low. You're going to whack him on the backside. One of the things that Langsdorff, who was a pet, because he wanted people to land right, he had them serve barefooted, put tacks all over the place. Honest to God. Sharapova went crazy with him because he was, but she corrected the problem because her problem is the same as yours, all over the place, too high a toss. And it was kind of interesting because I would do the same, but I wouldn't use tacks. I would just use something that would show you where you land and you want to avoid. Yeah. That's a little much. So what I used to do, get ready to serve, you know what? Give me my tune. Or yours, doesn't matter. Because this is a good tool to use. Something of this nature. You won't step on it. It's really far away. Okay, get ready to serve. You're going to serve to the eye court. And line up so that your step, you're here. Okay, you're going to come through like that. Okay, so you're going to be a little bit to the right of it.
I thought I landed on my left.
If you're going to land, hopefully, well, actually a little bit more this way. That's it. Now you're good. Okay, that should not be in the way. Don't worry, you don't have to step on it. It's not going to hurt. Okay, so just my point is, I know you saw a felt that, right?
Yeah.
Did it feel awkward for you? Try to avoid it?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I didn't want you to step on it because you'd probably hurt yourself. But I knew you were going to try to avoid it. Yeah. And that makes your serve awkward. That's why we got to get that to be a more natural movement. I would put down maybe something like a toothpaste in that area. Okay, let's serve a game now. We're in back to the set.
I think Anthony's dad tried to text you. I was like, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Dominican still has the team pressure. Now next week, they're in Hawaii. We'll see. Yeah. We can be either place. I don't like it.
Yeah, Division 1. Just the women, right?
Yeah, they don't have men. Yeah, and they're, you know, they have, that's good. The assistant coach is doing what's the guy from the club?
The European guy that
No. It's the kid from the club, the lefty that went through some horrid situations.
He's playing Stevie, yeah. He's playing St. Mary's, or he graduated? I don't know.
No, he's I think he graduated from State, SF State, but now he's assistant coach at St. Mary's.
Okay, I thought he went to St. Mary's.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
That's as far as I know. That's a perfect one. Wow. And see, I said that before you hit it.
Yeah.
So what was that perfect? What made that so perfect? It was right here. Yeah. It wasn't too high. It wasn't this right. And that is, you know, it's like hammering a nail.
Yeah.
You know, if you can hit that nail and you're going to take a big swing at it. That's your serve.
I think I'm messing up because like I'm trying to hit like bend shots and I have to hit it at a different angle.
No, don't do what you just did is I want that to be your serve right there.
But that one's like a straight shot.
I don't care.
Like, can I still bend it with that toss?
You don't need to right now. You need to master this. Go back to your deuce court now. This is what you need to master, is this perfect serve. And you get that, then you can start to alter. But you need to master this, otherwise you're all over the map. Again, a little off balance compared to the other one before. That'll be, oh, too bad. Okay, good. Now go to the other side. Keep working on that. You know, you made a gigantic mistake today. You hit a perfect serve.
That's bad.
Yeah, because now you got to live up to that one.
Oh, yeah.
I know now you can hit a perfect serve. Again, not bad. Not quite through it enough. Okay. Again, the perfect serve. Not bad. It's a little bit too much out in front, a little too high. Okay. Not by much though. A little on the left side again. That would have landed a little too far left. Stay out in front. Lift it and place it soft. Lift. There it is. Ah, no, it didn't come through it.
That's lifting front.
Yeah, well, I didn't see that angle. I saw it from, as far as this way, it was perfect. You're really close. I mean, they said that was a perfect serve. We got to keep finding that over and over again. There it is. See, I told you.
Yeah.
See that serve?
Yeah.
Tell me what's wrong with that serve.
Nothing.
Nothing. That ball went in, and probably about 122, right in the corner.
122.
122 miles an hour. Maybe 123. I'm not sure. My radar gun isn't working as well as it used to.
The ball is there.
Yeah, I have a brand new case in my car. Next week we got to open them up. That's too high a toss. You got it. They're too high a toss. There it is. Yep, there you go. Again, see, I try to say that before you hit it. Because I can see from the toss it's going to be perfect. Let's go to the other side now. Again. Okay, remember you're placing, not tossing. Get a feel. Place. Too high a toss. I know it got in. It's too high a toss. Too many variables. Smooth and easy. Too high a toss. A little too high. About 2 inches too high. And again, what causes that? Too much of a fling, not enough placement. Okay, here we go. Easy, smooth shot. You're a little slow, dog. Poor guy. I think that's a bit. There you go. Smooth, easy, not hard. That's what I'd like it to be, but it was too low and too left. But that far out in front would be fantastic. Yeah, okay, it's getting better. Okay, let's finish up by hitting, serving a hand. Go back and forth. So forehand, backhand, side. Keep score. Here's how we do it. This is really, really good. I used to do this all the time. I loved it. Okay, you get the first serve in, and it bounces beyond the baseline. You won. Okay, so no spins. Second serve, you just got to get it in, and you're okay. Okay. Let's see you do it. First serve.
What if it doesn't go beyond the baseline?
The second serve. The first serve. That's good. Don't hit it. You don't have to. Second serve is really holding you up nicely. So it gets the first serve hit. Go on. Come on. Good shot. I like the way you're bending the second serve. Really love it. The days of double faulting are gone. You made it. That was weird though. Yeah, because you also okay. I know. Okay, let's get these guys up. Good. Like I said, little by little. See again, but if you were playing doubles, that would have nailed the guy right in that. Right